Good morning, students. Today we are going to see a cantilever beam loaded with a point load. A cantilever beam loaded with a point load. So we know that in a cantilever beam, one end is fixed and the other end is hinged. See, if we consider this is the cantilever beam, and here we have the point load P at a distance L. Let us consider the load W. So this is at a distance L. So now let us consider a section XX at a distance of X. C. Let us consider this is A and this is B. Now we are going to find the slope and deflection for this cantilever beam. We know that in a cantilever beam, one end is fixed and the other end is hinged, right? So here we have the point load. So now we need to find the moment of the at B. So what is the moment at B? What is the moment at B? See, why? What we know, the moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance, right? Force into perpendicular distance. Here the force is acting from the upward direction. So therefore the moment is equals to minus W into the perpendicular distance for the section is X. W X is the moment for the section. So now we need to find this is the moment equation, but we know moment is nothing but EI into d square y by dx square. Therefore that is equals to M. Moment is equals to EI into d square y by dx square. So what is the moment we got? Minus Wx. So let us substitute this minus Wx in this equation. We get EI is equals to EI into d square y by dx square is equals to minus Wx. This is the equation we are going to get. See, now let us assume, now we need to find the slope and deflection for the cantilever beam loaded with a point load. Now how we are going to get, if you integrate this equation once, we get the slope, that is nothing but dy by dx. If you integrate the slope equation again, you will get the deflection, that is y. If you integrate the slope equation, if you integrate this equation, let us consider this is equation as 1. If you integrate the equation 1, you will get the slope dy by dx, and if you integrate the slope equation again, you get the deflection y. Now let us see the integration of this equation 1. Integrating equation 1. Integrating equation 1. What we get integrating equation 1? EI into d square y by dx square is equals to minus Wx. If you integrate this equation, what we will get? EI into dy by dx is equals to minus W into x square by 2, right? EI into dy by dx is equals to minus W x square by 2. So this is our slope equation. Sorry, we will get the constant C12. So this is the slope equation. Now if you integrate the slope equation again, integrating slope equation again, what we will get? The deflection, that is nothing but EI into y is equals to minus W into x cube by 2 into 3, that is nothing but 6, right? 6 plus C1x plus C2 is the another constant we are going to get. This is the deflection equation. So let us name this equation as 2 and this is the equation 3. So this is our slope equation and this is our deflection equation. So from these two equations, now we need to find the unknown constant C1 and C2 by using the boundary conditions. We know how to take the boundary conditions for a cantilever beam. See, here a cantilever beam, it is loaded with a point load, right? So this is a point load. Because of this point load, this beam bends in this direction. Because of the point load, the beam bends in this direction. We know in a cantilever beam at the fixed end, the moment is 0. The reflection and not the moment, the reflection and the slope is 0 in the cantilever beam at the fixed end. And the maximum slope and deflection we get at the free end. The maximum slope and deflection we get at the free end because of this load W. The beam bends in this direction. So the deflection as well as the slope will be maximum here, and the deflection and the slope will be 0 at the fixed end. So what will be the boundary condition? At x is equals to L, dy by dx is equals to 0 is one boundary condition, and the second boundary condition is at x is equals to L, the y is equals to 0. This is nothing but at x is equals to L, the slope is 0, and at x is equals to L, the deflection is also 0. Those are the two boundary conditions. Using that boundary conditions, we can find the unknown constant C1 and C2. So let me see. Now substitute the boundary conditions x is equals to L in this equation to substituting boundary condition in equation 2. What will get? Ei into 0 is equals to minus W L square by 2 plus C1. Right. This is the slope equation. Now what you will get? This is nothing but minus W L square by 2 plus C1. That is nothing but C1 is equals to W L square by 2. This is the first boundary condition. We got that C1 unknown constant C1 minus W L square by 2. Now again substitute the C1. Let us name this as fourth equation. Substitute C1 and the boundary condition in equation 3. What will you get? Ei into 0 is equals to minus W. This is L cube by 6 plus what is the C1 we got? W L square by 2 into L plus C2. So that is nothing but minus W L cube by 6 plus W L cube by 2 plus C2 minus W L cube by 3 W L cube by 6. If you do LCM for this, what you will get? Minus W L cube plus 3 W L cube by 6 plus C2, right? Now minus C2 is equals to 2 W L cube by 6. 2 1s are and 3s are. C2 is equals to W L cube by 3. So minus W L cube by 3. So we got the two boundary conditions, that is C1, the constant C1 is equals to W L square by 2 and C2 is equals to minus W L cube by 3. So these are the two unknown constants C1 and C2. Now substitute C1 in slope equation and substitute C2 in the deflection equation. That will be a final answer.